Hi guys, so this is second part and the last part of my 5x5 and my 6x6 last forager series. So in this case, I'll be demonstrating you the last three cases. But since I've only two 6x6, I will demonstrate the like more difficult ones first and like the easiest, the luckiest one after. So this case, like what I mentioned before, you have four unsolved, then you have two unsolved, then you have three unsolved, like one solved, two solved, and all unsolved. So I just demonstrate you guys these four unsolved cases. There are two of them. One is just regular four unsolved, another one is 2-2 flipped. And this in this video I'll be demonstrating you the one solved one and the two solved ones. So let's get into it. So what you would do, so in this case, this is one solved because unsolved, 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 and this one is solved, right? Solve, unsolved, unsolved, unsolved. So what you should do in this case is you can either finish the edges with cycles first, then solve everything like a 5x5, or you can solve this one first, solve the one with the middle pieces solved first, then do a cycle with middle edges, which still works. So in this case, it's very obvious that I can solve this very quick. So I can just insert like this. Then I can just solve it like this. Okay. When I slice it back, this one is solved, right? So when I slice it back, this one is solved, right? So what I can do in this case is I can slice, and then insert is how should I insert it? Is when So the way you should insert this edge is to kind of look at this piece. So after inserting like this, after replacing the solved one with the unsolved one, you should be planning like what the cycle, like how you should begin with your cycle. So in this case, it is. So in this case, it should be like I can insert like this, like the orange one. When I slice it back, I can start my cycle with the orange and yellow, right? So I can just insert like this. So okay, so this one is solved. Okay, so this one is solved. So when I slice it back, I can just begin my cycle like this. I can this one, slice it back, so all of them will be solved. Then in this case, it's very easy. I can just slice it here. So solve this one with it back here. So then there will be last two edges parity, or you can just kind of like solve it like what you would do, then do the OL parity, then do the OL parity alk. So in this case is this. I think I messed up. Okay, no, I didn't mess up. Okay, so it looks like that. So what you would do is you can either solve the one which like the middle pieces are solved, then you can solve that one first, or you can do smart cycle. You can do like cycles with solving the rest of the three unsolved one first, then move on to 5x5 stage. Either methods will work. So how you should know that which one you should do first is just look for the solved one. If it is easy to solve the whole edge, then go ahead and do that first, then do cycles, then move on to 5x5. So for this case, you got two solved, one solved, two solved, then you got these two unsolved. Okay, these two unsolved. So what I would do is I would just do like this, so that I can slice with slice. So what I would do is I would just slice the whole layer like this, so that I can begin my 5x5 cycle with this, with solving this one. So why didn't I? Okay, so why didn't I only slice this layer? Okay, then flip it. So why didn't I do that? Is because this one will be flipped and it's not ideal. Okay, so you have to do a flip, then slice, then do a cycle, which is not great. So what you would do is you just slice the whole layer so that this piece can go away, flip, then when you slice it here, you can just begin your cycle. So this one is solved, you can solve this one, this, then you can solve it like this, then you get no parity like that. So I think it's basically really easy. Just like do cycles, just to like kind of like predict what's gonna happen, so that you are not doing the move that kind of like hinder your next process. So which is, you need to be very smart. I would say like kind of like predict the pieces, like when you should do this, when you should slice one layer, when you should slice two layers. It's really tricky. And I think, yeah, in order for you to like kind of master this skill, you should be like practicing a lot, and, like kind of like, you don't have to like memorize, but kind of like be familiar with where pieces going, which is, you know, a bit challenging. But I think, yeah, that's it. So like for the last case, which is kind of like 5x5s, like with the middle pieces saw, which is pretty easy, and I don't think I'm gonna demonstrate it because it's pretty easy, and maybe I will show it in my 5x5 last voyages video, which I'll maybe make it like later, maybe tomorrow. So I think that's it. Hope you guys enjoy it. If you have any like, questions or like kind of like requests or whatever, like post it in the comments and I will reply you as soon as I see it. So that's it. Hope you guys enjoy it.